Change is a constant in everyone's life. No matter what, change is guaranteed. I don't care who you are. From the time you're born and you shit your diaper to the time you're 30, I guarantee you something's different. If it's not, I beg you, change your diaper. Change is something I've always struggled with, and that includes my food selection, my style, my YouTube preference whenever I'm eating. For some reason, it's Drew Gooden only for the past 3 years, and especially video games. This is the third time I've done I hate trying new things video, and you think I would have learned by now. Honestly, it is getting better, but sometimes it's still like biting teeth trying to play new things. You heard me right. I've noticed a little bit of a pattern when doing these types of videos, so I think it's time I have some rules. Rule number 1, I have to have at least a selection of 3 games. Rule number 2, I have to play at least 2 to 3 hours of each said game. And rule number 3, which includes the categories of these 3 types of games. The first game has to be a game that's come out within the past 2 to 3 years, a game that I've always wanted to try, but have just been scared to pull the trigger for some reason. The second game has to be an indie game, at least considered indie by the wide gaming community. And rule number 3, it has to be a retro game, a game that's came out at least 15 years ago. And of course, the fourth rule, it has to be a game that I have not tried, or at least put 30 minutes into and just put it down for some reason. It's time I get out there and do something new, gain a new perspective, climb a mountain, go someplace different, somehow dash in the middle of the air, come to terms with my life, and learn to love myself. Wait. No, that's just the first game on this list. Thank God. I did not want to learn to love myself. Let's get into the first game on this list. The absolutely beautiful, the tear-jerking, the jaw-droppingly amazing The reason that I make this specific type of video is to have experiences like I did with Celeste. This game has already been praised to high heavens, and rightfully so. I started playing it last year, and for some reason, I put it down after an hour. I picked it up about a week ago, and I could not put it down. I thought I didn't like 2D side-scrollers, and I still might not. But this game is something unique. The mechanics are so simple that you only need 3 buttons, but mastering those 3 buttons is a mountain you have to climb all by itself. The levels only get harder and harder as the game progresses, and just when you think, hey, I'm getting pretty good at this, get your fucking ass back to the starting point.
every section that you have to triumph is like a puzzle. You absolutely will die at least once, and every time you die, you figure out a bit more to that puzzle. And if you play this consecutively instead of putting it down, you will feel like a god in later sections of the game.
I have no idea how I did that.
Except with collecting some strawberries, which are apparently useless in this game, but of course, my brain wouldn't let me pass one.
Except for these. F these.
In some cases, you might not even die in one try. Not me, but you might do better. To me, because of how frustrating this was, especially in the later sections of the game, I would call this game the Dark Souls of 2D platformers. Not only is gameplay addictive and fun, it's one of the prettiest games that I've ever seen.
This game proves you don't need a $200 million budget to make jaw-dropping scenery. These characters are so likable that I ended up reading every single piece of dialogue that I could. That's saying a lot for me. I usually can get suckered into liking a game solely based on the music, and Celeste has a god-tier soundtrack. This soundtrack is the only reason I didn't go batshit insane on my 83rd attempt of the same level. On a more serious note, this game literally helped with my anxiety, which was pretty bad at the time of playing this because of, you know, living in general. People who played this game know exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you, Theo's grandpa, for that feather trick. You're a real one. By the time you beat this game, you'll just sit on the top of this mountain, stare at the sunset, and think, damn, what a great f***ing game. Speaking of great games everyone's already played, I finally got to play the game that Daredevil's in. I hope you're not 34 yet.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't even know where to start with this one. Out of every game I've ever played, this one surprised me the most. I was scared to even buy this game because of how much I thought I would treat it like every other game in my backlog. I thought I didn't even like turn-based RPGs. However, just like everyone else in the gaming space, I now understand. This game is a fucking masterpiece. I don't know how they did it, but they made turn-based combat actually incredibly fun and, dare I say, more fun than action-based combat. I never thought I would say that in my life. I know they are two completely different things and it's not really fair to compare them. It feels like I can never fully master the parry and dodge mechanic because every enemy is unique and has different timing and attacks, but when you can hit that perfect parry, I jump up and down in my chair and make a lame movement with my controller like I'm somehow hurting the enemy by looking this stupid. It's the most satisfying parry I've ever felt in a game. I love using strategy as a mechanic and not just button mashing. You have to really think about your next move, whether that be attack the enemy, heal an ally, replenish AP, and I'm just basically explaining turn-based combat to people that already know it. I know. Not only is the gameplay insanely engaging and fun, but the world building is on a completely different level. Within the first 10 minutes of the game, you don't know what's going on, why it's going on, nor do you even care about these characters. But within an hour, literally an hour, that completely changes. You have motivation for completing the mission, empathy for the main characters, and a desire to find out what the hell is going on. The music is great, the visuals are great, and it just makes it that much more amazing that Daredevil's own Charlie Cox voices the main character, and damn, does he do a good job.
While we're on voices real quick, the rest of this voice cast is incredibly talented, and the writing is genuinely good. It doesn't sound too anime-ish, which is one of my personal pet peeves when it comes to dialogue in video games.
Welcome home, honey. Took your sweet time. Psych.
No one talks like this. This game is one of the most emotional experiences I've had in a very long time. I unfortunately only got to play about 5 hours of it. I wish I was playing it right now, but I'm forcing myself to make this video talking about it. For some reason. Playing Expedition 33 reminded me why I make this type of video, to have wonderful experiences and brand new games that I wouldn't have played otherwise. And I cannot wait to play more. But that's gonna have to wait. We have one more game to talk about, which is a game that I've been wanting to play for literally 20 years. This game has been in my backlog that long. This game is what every Zelda fan wanted to literally beat the shit out of back in 2003. The timeless, insanely misjudged, the very wet
I have fully beat every single 3D Zelda, not that one, except for Windwaker. I even had a GameCube with Windwaker at one point in my childhood. After I played Majora's Mask, I popped this sucker in, and just like 80% of the people at the time, I took one look at the gameplay and said,
what the hell is this cartoon shit?
And then I traded it for GoldenEye. Now, almost 20 years later, I have finally tried it again. Actually tried it. And just like 80% of the people who played this back then, what the hell was I thinking? This game is beautiful. This doesn't even look like a 2003 game. It's insane to think that a game from 2003 will never look outdated because this artistic style will probably never look old. So even in another 20 years, this will still probably look good. I love experiencing new dungeons that I haven't seen before, and that's exactly what I've been wanting for a very long time. I've been craving this linear style of Zelda for a while now. And since Nintendo won't give it to me, I'll just have to play a Zelda game from 20 years ago. One of my favorite parts about Zelda is getting a new item that allows Link to solve various puzzles in different ways and use that new item to traverse or unlock new routes in the world. This game, of course, continues that tradition with the grappling hook, the Deku Leaf, which I'm pretty sure is the first instance of gliding in Zelda and probably is the inspiration for gliding in Breath of the Wild, and the most important traversal mechanic in Wind Waker, the sail and the boat.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but this is my least favorite part of Wind Waker. I hate having to traverse an empty, boring-ass ocean. 5 minutes into this journey, halfway across the map, most of the time I would just throw in a YouTube video and just sit there and wait to get there. The ocean feels way more empty than Skyward Sword's sky area. I groaned every single time I had to go to a new objective in the boat. As beautiful as this water is, I just want to get to the next damn objective and play the dungeons. The characters are hilarious, the art is beautiful, and the dungeons are fun. I do like this game, but not as much as I hoped I would. I probably need to put a few more hours into it, and I have tried it a couple of times, but every time I've tried it, I'm just not feeling it. But I won't give up. I promise you that. I will beat it. As soon as I'm done with Expedition 33. I absolutely love doing this type of video because it pushes me out of my comfort zone and forces me to try a new piece of art that I wouldn't have tried otherwise if I wasn't planning on making a video about it. And that feeling of trying something new in video games also extends outwards to other parts of my life. I realize after doing this trying new types of things video every year, I start to watch new movies, try new recipes, try new exercises, whatever else in my life. It's like a hard reset for the tism and ADHD in my brain that tries to gorilla grip the same damn things that I'm used to in everyday life. And I also see comments and videos about people getting older and they feel like they start to lose that passion and love for gaming. And I get it. As we get older, we start to have families, we have full-time jobs, you get tired. I get it. It truly is hard sometimes. But I also realize if you play the same type of game every day or every week for months, years on end, you kind of start to lose that wonder and excitement. So if you're in that boat, like I do quite a lot, just get out there and try something new that you've been wanting to try but just haven't for some reason. You may like it and you may not, but if you do like it and you end up with a big dumb smile on your face, that makes it all worth it. If you have any suggestions for games that you'd like for me to try, let me know in the comments. I'd love to try them. It could be literally any genre. I've just got the itch to try something new. Or maybe it's time I change that 3-year-old diaper. Yep, it's about that time. Help! Somebody help! I've got my butt.
If I can't